Professor Leong Wai Yie from Mahasa University, Malaysia. Professor Leong is presently the Dean of Engineering and Information Technology, Mahasa University. She received her PhD in Electrical Engineering Honours from the University of Queensland, Brisbane, Australia in 2005. She has authored 6 book series and more than 100 papers that highlight the innovation of electronics and biomedical engineering. Where he is currently the chairperson of the Institutions of Engineering and Technology Malaysia Local Network, the Vice President of the Institution of Engineers Malaysia, and immediate chairperson of Women Engineers Section Malaysia. Board of Directors of International Network of Women Engineers and Scientists, Honorary Scientist of Women Engineers, the Asian Federation of Engineering Organization, and committee member of Women Federation of Engineering Organization. She is specialized in medical signal processing and telecommunication approach. I welcome Professor Leong for her talk on artificial intelligence, a modern approach. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my sections. So now I'm trying to share with you my slide here. Can you show the slide? Yeah. So I'm going to share with you the artificial intelligence modern approach. How I apply artificial intelligence is in my past projects, especially dealing with industry. First of all, this is so-called cocktail party. Just like we have so many people talking at the same time, and there's a mix of sounds and it's quite noisy. At the end, we are going to use artificial intelligence to separate the sound individually. This is called cocktail party. It's in collaboration with Imperial College London. Basically, what is artificial intelligence? The previous speaker already mentioned that artificial intelligence actually is a combination of algorithm, machine learning, and it has been invented since 1956. And throughout the years, things has been improved. And in these few years' time, artificial intelligence has emerged one of the most influential, especially in terms of Industry 4.0. Everybody, they are talking about artificial intelligence, especially applied to big data. Okay, so basically, because of the big data, the data is in the volume of more than trillions, complex and mobile. So big data can be applied in public institutions, bank, social, population statistic data. So IBM, Google, all these giant company, they are talking about big data and they need a lot of expertise in this area. You look at here, because of the data economy, especially Industry 4.0, so big data has been come up with a very, very high in demand and important. Everybody are talking about big data. And the big data market grows 6 times faster than the traditional IT market. You can look at here, in the just a few years time, it has been emerged in one of the very important tools and technology people are looking after. Look at China, Korea, Japan, they are talking European as well. They are looking for big data expertise. Also, because of the intelligence of IT, artificial intelligence, big data, mobile phone, IoT, cloud computing. So all this technology, we are looking for the big data analysis, artificial intelligence, and the data analysis to look after this area. You can look at here, basically, I'm sure that you're aware that there are a lot of computer games, the chess, international chess. Because of the artificial intelligence, they can predict the fastest way and the most intelligent ways to beat the competitors. And we also use artificial intelligence in human brains, artificial intelligence in human robots. So these are the areas that we need the technology. I just want to showcase you, this is the proud of Malaysia, that Malaysia has their own version of Sophia, the humanoid robot. Actually, it's invented by one of the UiTM professor, and he can talk, can smile, have the feeling and thinking. So this is part of the contribution of artificial intelligence. Basically, the basic idea of artificial intelligence is mixed use of machine learning. It could be a neural network, as mentioned by the previous some of the speakers. Also, blind spot separations, algorithm, genetic algorithm can be used for face detections, the sports and speech recognitions. What's the difference between machine learning, artificial intelligence via statistics? This statistic is you try to plot the data, but machine learning it can predict the next step, and it's good for maintenance purposes. And you show you some characteristic and classification as well. Okay, you look at here. There are so many algorithms in artificial intelligence. There are so many machine learning being used. One of the tools that I used to use is complex kernel, especially on the videos. So this is some of the mathematics equation and algorithms we use. This for kernel algorithm. Of course, there are more than 100 and 1,000 methods you can explore. And just now, when I listen to other speakers, they also explore some of the method as well. Very impressive. If you want to venture into AI industry, so of course you must have some sound mathematical and algorithm understanding, very efficient in data science, and some background programming languages, of course, machine learning, and some server database tools. I remember that 15 years ago when I started up the departments of machine learning, and at the time it's very hard for us to convince the business and some project because people are not aware of the importance of the machine learning, data processing, image processing. But nowadays there are so many demands because they know we need this sort of artificial intelligence to do the predictions. Okay, some of the career you can venture into, it could be ICT, it could be energy, entrepreneur, electronics, manufacturing, mechanical, civil construction, and building services. So these are the specialists. They need artificial intelligence to further enhance their business opportunities. Also, I'm trying to invest the companies that invest in artificial intelligence by industry. You can look at here, most of the software industry, information technology services, they will invest into AI. Also, the internet, semiconductor, government sector, research, oil and gas, computer hardware, consumer electronic as well. Even though banking, they also ask for artificial intelligence for the investment and predictions. I've been going to Korea a few times. So these are the applications area of AI. You can see that there are a lot of startup companies, Google, Apple, Facebook, Intel, Microsoft. These are the companies that they need artificial intelligence expert. Also, for the latest artificial project across the industry will be robotic, the self-driving cars, the voice assistant, healthcare, consumer electronic, and the financial advisors. So the applications are very worldwide and very multidisciplinary. So I just not mentioned being Korea many times because we are looking for an opportunity and collaboration with Korea. There are more than 100 startups using artificial intelligence to transform the industry. So these are the startup companies in Korea. And Malaysia also a lot. But we have been discussing some of the key issue and solution. For instance, the AI ethics and policy. There are some challenges in the future as well. The ethics to use data, the data protections, and artificial intelligence. The human-centered plans to prepare AI ethics also very important. The human-centered AI and ethics initiative, and we need to prepare for the use of AI. So these are the topics that in very aggressive discussion at the moment. Okay, I'm trying to share with you some of my project and look for some collaborations. This is my first project for with Imperial College London. We call cocktail parties. That we need artificial intelligence, machine learning, or algorithm to separate the mixed conversation or mixed voices individually. And then this is also another project. All this photo already been mixed. If you look by your human eyes, it seems like it's the vegetables and some tomato or some chilies. But actually, if you use artificial intelligence to do the separation, actually inside the photo it consists of cat, vegetable, and fruits. So this is called convolution and deconvolutions. We call blind source separations. I'm a left-hander. So left-hander, I'm trying to see that what's the potential of left-handers. And I'm not sure in India. So in a traditional Chinese family, left-hander means no good, and they don't like left-handers. So they will try to convert the left-handers into right-handers. So me, myself, as a left-handers, I want to explore. I'm sure there's some potential in my brain. So I make use of the artificial intelligence and then the brain analysis to try to explore the secret in the human brain, especially for left-hander. So these are the famous left-hander: Bill Gates, Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, Isaac Newton's, Bill Clinton's, and many. How special they are. Therefore, I have this brain signal analysis tools from medical industry, and then we try to prey on the brain and to try to extract the EEG signal using the electrodes. And we can find that actually there are some differences between left and right. And we also can detect different spot on the brain and to identify what's the talents in the brain. So very interesting. The third project that I used to do is for the aircraft industry, that working with the Airbus, Boeing, Rolls-Royce. When the aircraft come in, sometimes the body, the outshore of the aircraft consists of defects. You know, the little defects are the airplane cannot fly. So we need to identify the defects and estimate the defects in an aircraft body using artificial intelligence and supervised machine learning. So with this ultrasonic PSO transducer, we extract the report on the body, try to extract some of the defects and do the analysis, and then come up with classifications. So we can estimate the size of the tools and the size of the defects, and it's very useful. I also use artificial intelligence for bioinformatics processing, especially EEG. EEG is brain signal, ECG is heart signal, EMG is muscle signal. So we put on the brain to extract all these important signals, so you can identify all the disease, sleep apnea, Parkinson's disease, or all this brain disease. We can predict before it happens. And so this is the feature of sleep apnea that I have done before. That sleep apnea, that means when you are in the sleep mode, you tend to snore, and sometimes you choke, and so these are the devices I use for the brain analysis, and then to capture the signal from the human brain. This is EEG sensor, and so brains, we have so many different spots, and yet not fully discovered. We need a lot of scientists come and join together to extract the misery of the brain signal. So I'm also doing the RFID for the aircraft terminal, and this terminal basically is trying to store to handle the luggages from European country. So within 5 minutes from the customer get down from the airplane, go out from the customer should be able to get the luggages. So how can we make all these things fast? And we need artificial intelligence to do the logistic predictions and plan. So this is, I use the RFID to put on the tags and bags so that it can detect. Also, this is the sleep disorder feature modeling that I've done with the hospital. This is for sleep disorder predictions. I use the artificial intelligence to predict the feature of those sleep disorders patients. So as an engineer and a scientist, we must know how to earn money, how to explore, how to make us rich. So I also use artificial intelligence to predict the market, to estimate. Of course, there are a lot of scenarios like political and like now MCO period, now the COVID-19 period. There are a lot of cases that will affect the whole market. So these are the things we need to take into consideration and try to predict. Very interesting and can earn some money, of course. Yeah. These are my collaboration with Imperial College London, Birmingham, Japan, and then the local university, some of the professional association that can get some data. So we need to work with many people so to enhance the R&D outcome. Okay, these are some of the newspaper I would like to share. We won quite a lot of work in our research, and we want to further on this effort as well. already published more than 6 books, and my new books will be Industry 4.0 that we release in November this year. And thanks for your time. Yeah, you can feel free to contact me if you need any information. Thank you.